What's up guys, Gary Dixon GTR here, and I know it's been a while, I know it's been a couple of months since I've updated. I have done a couple of modifications and stuff to the car while I've not been uploading. I'll fill you in with those when we get out there. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be installing something that I've wanted for quite a while, and it's sort of like a second part to something that I installed the other week and I've also been waiting for quite a while. So I'll show you what I'm going to install today. So when I bought the car sort of 7-8 years ago, it didn't actually have the brake cooling ducts that come from the front splitter, and they fit to the under the tray of the car, and then they direct the air towards the brake discs and the calipers. So we didn't have those. I was searching for them for a long time. I managed to get hold of a pair last month, and last week I actually fitted a factory Nissan set of the brake ducts, which is great, and it improves the cooling of the braking quite a lot. But also, as well as having the ducts, they used to have a deflector, if you will, that goes on one of the lower tension rod arms, and it channels basically the air that comes through the duct. It channels it directly to the back of the caliper and the disc. So I came across these, and these are made especially by a lad that advertises on eBay. I'll put the link to this advert and everything in the description. So basically he makes these himself from lightweight aluminium. They're actually, I would probably say, sort of 30% bigger as well than the standard ones. And they're made from aluminium, so they're not going to like bend or anything under the pressure of the wind or anything when you're going at speed as well, which is really good for track days and whatnot. They're a direct bolt-on part, so they bolt on here to the two lower suspension bolts that you undo. Just slide this over the threads and re-bolt it back up, and then you have the two holes here, which you get some clips and things, so that goes around like the suspension link, and then bolts into it. So these are LM1 style, so they will fit I think they'll fit the 32 GTR and the 33 GTR, and these are the LM1 style, which is why they're bigger, to give you more cooling. So this is what I'm going to fit today. So we'll go outside and we'll have a quick look at what's going on, and then I'll catch you up on some of the other things I've been doing while I've been away. So these are the ducts. They're super lightweight. I mean, literally when the box turned up this morning, I genuinely thought that they were that the box was empty because they're that light. As you can see, the welds and everything on them looks really nice and neat. They look really good quality, and the nice satin black finish as well makes them look sort of nice and OEM, although they're going to still look shiny underneath my rusty old car, but still. So this is what you get in the pack. So you get them, and you basically get 4 of these little clips, 4 nuts and bolts, and some little LM1 stickers. So basically, to do this job, it's quite a simple, straightforward job. All you're really going to need is a jack and some axle stands, which I've got mine up on axle stands there. You need an 11mm, either 2 11mm spanners or an 11mm spanner, an 11mm socket and a ratchet, which are basically for these little bad boys, which go they go around the suspension arms, and then you just bolt them through here. So you need a jack, axle stands, 2 11mm, whether it be in a ratchet form or a spanner form or 2 spanners, whatever, and you need a 17mm and either a breaker bar. I would probably say either a breaker bar or like an impact gun if you've got one, just to get off. Oh, if the light will come a bit better. Just to get off these here. So they're the 2 nuts that will be taken off, and then the duct will slide up over them, and then we just put the nuts back on. And then this is the arm that I was talking about, so the little clips basically go around there, and then they just bolt through, and then it will sit here and direct air directly at the disc and behind the caliper there. So that's the plan. For any of you that are interested, I was always fancied an impact gun, but didn't want to spend big money because I didn't know how much I was going to use them. And you can spend, you know, well over £100 for a decent impact gun. This, oddly enough, actually was in Lidl or Lidl, depending on how you want to pronounce it, and I think it was £29.99.
and it claims that it will get wheel nuts off. Like I think it undoes to 200 Newton meters and it tightens to 110 Newton meters. And also, if the battery's flat, there's a plug that goes in the bottom here that replaces the battery, and it runs off your cigarette lighter. So I was like, you know, for the sake of £29.99, I'll give it a bit of a punt, see what it's like. So I brought it home, expecting it to be a bit rubbish. And I've tried it on wheel nuts on the Skyline and the Mazda. And like, you know, the Mazda ones have been on there for ever since the tyres got put on. They've been on well over 12 months, and it whizzed them off straight away. So I was very impressed, to be honest. This is for a cheap thing, you know. If it lasts me 12 months and then breaks for £29.99, you can't argue with that. So as you can see, it makes short work of those. It's a bit difficult to film. I apologise for the shaky of the camera. I am trying to film it with one hand, so I do apologise for that. Let's get this one off. And that's it, that's them two off. And then it will slide over and fit into place. So let me see if I can just get a hold of one. Right, so I'll just show you what they look like. So there's the two threads. So your duct piece basically slides over there like that, and then the nuts go back on. And then where those two holes are, that's where the two little clamps go around that to hold it in place. And then that'll pretty much be how it looks. So these are the ducts that I was waiting for, which come from the splitter. So the air is directed through the splitter there, along the ducts, out this end, and then it will glance then along the fin. And then as you can see, it directs it directly then at the disc and the caliper for cooling the brakes. So as you can see, it's quite an easy install. It's just those two off, slide it on, those two back on, and then put the little clips around. It is easier if you just put those nuts on loose for now, so you've got a bit of wiggle room while you put the clamps around here. So we'll get that on, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Right, so as you can see, I've slid the little clips over, so then you just have your bolt and your washer, which threads through, and then you just line that up. It's a bit difficult to do with one hand, but you just line that up like so, tighten the nut up, do that on both of them, tighten the suspension back up, and that's it, you're done. And that is it with the suspension bolted back up, the clips on, and that is the finished look. So as you can see, it now directs the air right behind the caliper. The duct right back now to the deflector, and then back to the caliper. So it travels along and then round. And that's a nice, quick, easy install. Sort of 10 minutes per side, and that's it. And now I actually have the full brake cooling package on the car, like it should have come with from factory, because for the whole time I've owned it, not only did it not have these extra deflector pieces, but it didn't have the ducts either. So now I have the ducts and the deflector pieces. And it also makes me happy because now you can't see the floor through these little vents here. So, oh man, get grease everywhere. So other little changes that I have done to the car. I have renewed the R on the badge, painted that. I've also done the strut brace ends, I've done them red instead of white, which I will show you in a moment. So this is just a quick look at the brace ends that I redid red, just because I know I've only had the white a couple of months, but I was getting a bit bored of it, so I've done them red, and that's about it really. I've done them, done a bit of, did a service on it, so I did like an oil change, coolant change, stuff like that. Let's say I renewed the R badge. That's my stickers, that's still alright. It's been on there 3 months now, looks as good as new, so that's pretty cool. So that's about it really. I didn't bother filming the oil change and stuff like that, mostly because I've already done them before on my channel. I was contemplating doing an oil change on this and maybe I was contemplating doing a service on this and breaking it down into smaller videos, so maybe like
one for doing the air filter, one for doing the oil filter, one for doing the fuel filter, stuff like that. If that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know and I'll do it. If I don't get any feedback, then I won't do it because I know you guys don't want to see it. So sorry it's been so long. I mean, I've definitely missed filming because I do really enjoy doing it. I've been on nights for the last 2 months and I've got another month to go, so it's been a little bit difficult with a combination of the weather and being on nights. So yeah, it's just been a little bit awkward to get everything sorted, but I'm slowly trying to get content back for you guys as well, and I've got a couple of other things coming. These ducts were actually an early Christmas present. That's why I'm fitting them now, because I bought the, let's say, as I said to you before, I bought the actual ducts myself the other week, and then I couldn't justify spending the extra money on getting the deflectors, and then I basically got offered to have them as an early Christmas present. So who isn't going to say yes to an early Christmas present? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's nice to be back. I hope you guys have missed me in some respect, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.